Hi, well, welcome to this video. We made it. We're at this place called Spy. I told you about in the last video. It's a beautiful seaside village, town on the south coast of the Cape of South Africa. And what this video is all about, and what I'm going to be telling you about in this series, is the $100,000 challenge. And what this challenge is all about is taking a small trading account of $1,000 and hoping to trade it up to $100,000 over a period of about 2 years. So after I've made this quick little intro, I'm going to take you across to my computer and start showing you my trading account, my spreadsheets, how I'm going to achieve it, and take you along for the journey with me. So that's what this is all about. I'm going to be filming all of this, first of all, in the first couple of videos from here in Spy, and I'm going to show you everything that I'm doing, every step of the way, from the deposit of the account of $1,000 and taking it up bit by bit through various clever compounding means, through adding capital at certain times, through managing my lot size and my risk, and trading cautiously and carefully, and taking that account up from $1,000 to $100,000. Now, this is not guaranteed to happen, so I'm doing this live. I'm taking it with you step by step as I go along. So whether I succeed or fail at this, it's really in the hands of the trading gods, so to speak. But I'm going to give it a go, and I'm going to record my progress every single week. So subscribe to this channel that you're on now, on the YouTube channel that this is on, and also go across to Twitter and follow me on Twitter. The links are on this page. And then once you've done that on each of these, on this YouTube channel and on Twitter, also make sure you press the notification bell. There's a little thing that looks like a bell. If you click on there, it'll make sure that you get alerts to your email inbox, which should also go to your phone if you set it up properly, so that you can get instant trade alerts that I put up on Twitter, and you can also get instant notification of videos that I put up on this YouTube channel. And also, I might even be doing some live trading and teaching events related to this challenge. So it's all going to be on this channel. Follow, subscribe, click anything that you can find, like, want, need, anything that looks like something that you should click on. Do it right now on here and on Twitter. Links are on this page, and I'll see you in the video on my desktop computer shortly after this. Take care. Bye-bye. Right, so we're at the computer now. The first thing you need to do is go to this page, ArcisFX, and you can see the name there in the background. And when you land on this page, you'll see this box pop up. And in order to get emails and information regarding this challenge, enter your name, enter your email, hit the click Find Out More button, and you'll join my mailing list, and you'll be part of the group of people that get to watch all of this going on. So once you've done that, you need to go across to my Twitter page, and it's called ArcisFX as well. You can just look it up on Twitter. It's at ArcisFX. There's the tag there. And when you get to this page, you won't be able to see it on my page because I'm me. But there'll be over here where my cursor is, there'll be a follow button and a notification bell. Just press the follow button and press the notification bell. I think it's just to the right of it over here. And that'll ensure that you'll get updates from me whenever I send out a tweet. And you can see on this page, every day I send out trade ideas and updates as to what I'm doing, not for everything, but for some of the currencies, the stocks, the commodities, the metals, etc. that I'm trading. And you'll get that straight to your inbox on your email, and if you set your phone up properly, you'll get it on your phone as well. And then finally, you can go across to, well, you're on the YouTube channel already because you're watching the video, but so on your own YouTube page, on this channel, you'll see a subscribe button and a like or notify button, whatever buttons you see. If it's subscribe, like, but most importantly notify, and it'll look like a bell. If you click on that, you'll get all of the updates on this channel to your phone and your email address if you've set your phone up properly to get your emails as well. So that's the third thing you need to do. And from here, let's go straight into it. I'm going to take you to have a look at my numbers on the spreadsheet, what I'm aiming for, what I've achieved so far already, and I'm going to tell you how I'm going to try to go about it. Right, so here we go. This is my spreadsheet, and I'm going to try and explain this to you as quickly but as clearly as possible. And let's go through from the left-hand side to the right-hand side. So this is my Forex account, the one I'm going to be dealing with during this challenge. And my target is 10% per month, compounded growth. 10% per month from trading. Now, that doesn't sound like a lot, but you'll see as we go along that actually it is quite a lot, and it will, through compounding and judiciously adding capital at certain times, make this challenge very achievable. So, let's start. From the left-hand side, we've got the date, and this started, I actually started on the 22nd of, I actually started prior to the 22nd of May. I started in April, but I started the spreadsheet on May the 22nd. And these are all verifiable numbers from a website which I'll show you a little bit later on. So they're directly linked to my actual trading account, which I'm going to show you. And I'm going to show you everything. I'm going to be completely transparent so that you can see exactly what I'm doing and that you know that these are real numbers with real money. It's a live account. And the results are completely verifiable and trustworthy because of that. So this isn't any nonsense that someone's claiming or spewing out there that isn't true. This is actual real money, real results, and complete openness about the progress of this account. So starting on May the 22nd, bearing in mind that we're now on 30th of July. We've just finished the month of July. And I started this when the account was at $1,380. Now, this account started with $1,000. And by the time I started this spreadsheet and started setting all of this up, it was already at $1,380, May the 22nd. And at 10% per month, the target profit, let me just sort of try and understand as I go across, the target profit at 10% of 1,380 is $138. So that was at the beginning of the month. That was my target for the month. I added during that month $2,000 of capital because the more capital you add at the beginning of these challenges and this process, the more rapidly, much more rapidly, your account will grow because of the exponential effect of compounding over a period of time. And if you can start with as much money as possible in the beginning, even though they're still small amounts, they will increase your account size much more rapidly and reduce the time to achieve this challenge. As time goes on, and probably up to about this point now, I will stop adding capital. I probably have already. So just bear that in mind. But right at the beginning, when you start out, try and add as much capital as you can so that you can kickstart and bump start the process with a higher amount of equity and more profit to compound as you go along through this process. So on this occasion, I added $2,000 to this account. And so the target at the end was 1,380. That's the starting amount, plus $138 profit. And that 2,000 ended up adding really right at the end of the month. So I wasn't able to profit from that. It actually rolled over into the next month. But if you add the capital plus the target profit plus the starting amount, you get a target end. So we started with 1,380. We wanted 10% profit, which is 138, and we added 2,000, and the target end capital was 3,180. And the actual end capital, again, from the verifiable results through trading and verified through myfxbook.com, was 3,680. So I was ahead of target by, well, call it $3,520 to $160 more in terms of profit. Instead of getting 10%, I ended up getting 13.2% profit during May. And that was the $300 profit instead of $138. And then that amount there, that ending amount for May, then becomes the starting capital or the starting balance for the following month, which was June. So that money there remained in the account. I didn't take any out. And then June started with the same amount, $3,680. 10% of that, $368. I added no capital in June, having added $2,000 in May. And therefore, the target profit, or the target amount, or the target balance for the account at the end of that period of trading throughout May, the 1st to the 30th, throughout June, the 1st to the 30th of June, was $4,048, which is simply that, plus that. The actual amount was $4,254. We achieved a 18.3% profit in June, which was $574. And the ending balance of $5,254 was then rolled over into July as the July starting balance. There it is there, 4254. Target profit on that, 10% of that, is $425. In July, I added another $1,000 capital. So I'm trying to add as much capital as I can early on in the challenge. As I said, as the challenge goes on, adding small amounts of capital will become less significant. But right in the beginning, the more you can start with, the better. So if you're doing something like this, try and add as much, even if it's just a couple of $100, even if it's $100, even if it's just $50. Excuse me. Try and add as much capital as you can to the account in the beginning, because that means your amount that you're trading with is more. You can take bigger lot sizes. You can compound the amount that you're trading with more rapidly and achieve better results more quickly. So our target end for July was 4254 plus 425. That's the target profit for the month, plus the capital added, $1,000, which ends up at $5,679 as the target. And in July, I ended up with 5,823. Now, that was yesterday. That was just yesterday that I finished off trading for July. And the end result was 12.3% profit, which is the profit made on the starting capital plus any additional capital added. And 12.3%, which was $569. So you can see how we've gone from making very small amounts already in quite a short period of time, in just a couple of months, 3 months. We've gone from making $200 to $300 profit on the account, ending up at the end of last month, just yesterday, with $569 profit. And now what's happened is, for Monday, which is the start of August, I'm taking that entire amount, 583, and that becomes my starting capital for August. My target profit is 10% of 5,823, which I've just rounded to $582. I'm not sure if I'm going to be adding any capital in August. I could possibly do it, but it won't be at the beginning in any event. If I do, I'm going to try and add a little bit of capital to this, but it doesn't matter if I don't. It's not really important. That's not the most important thing. The important thing is that I achieve 10%, which is $582, and my ending balance will then be, if I achieve exactly 10%, will be $6,005. So from $1,000, we've gone progressively up through a period of 4 months. We'll be ending up in August, at the end of August, the 31st of August, I don't know what trading day that is, with $6,405. And then that gets rolled over into the next month. So obviously we don't know what that result's going to be because August trading hasn't started yet. And that amount then gets rolled over to become the starting balance for September, and so on and so forth. Now, all of these grey numbers here that I've put in are just projections. They're obviously not real because they're in the future, but these are all based on just achieving 10% per month. And you can see for the last April is not included in here because I hadn't started this in April, but April was the actual beginning month for this account at $1,000, and you can see how we've progressively gone from 1,000 to yes, we've added 3,000 in capital, but we've gone from 1,000 to 3,680 to 4,254 to 5,826, and now we're at 5,823. That's where we are now. The end of August will be 6,405, and that becomes the balance, the starting balance for September, which should end up at 7,000, and that becomes the starting balance for October, which becomes 7,700, and that becomes the starting balance for November, and so on and so forth as we carry on. Now, here's the big assumption, which of course we cannot be certain of at all. It's a challenge. It's a goal. It's a target. It's something that I'm striving towards. But that is 10% per month. Now, so far, we've been able to achieve more than that. We had something like 13 in April, 13 May, 18 in June, 12.3 in July, and so on and so forth. So it looks like so far, with the systems that I'm trading and the approach that I'm taking to the markets and the risk levels that I'm taking, the currencies and the other instruments that I'm trading, it looks like 10% is going to be achievable and actually even exceedable. So far, so good. This does not mean it's going to carry on in this manner. It doesn't mean that we're going to be successful every month. It doesn't even mean that every month is going to be a winning month. There could be losing months. There could be months with very low profit. There could be months with much higher profit. I don't know. And that's the joy of trading. It's unforeseeable, it's unpredictable, and it cannot be no conclusions. And you'll always see this in trading. Past performance doesn't, or past results don't guarantee future performance. That's absolutely true. But here's the exciting thing. If we fast forward from where we are now at the beginning of August at $5,800, if we fast forward to 1 year's time from the beginning of the challenge in May to the end of April 2023. So that's 1 year. So May 22 to April 23. May 23 starts the next year. Okay, so that would be 12 months. We're at $12,482, ending that month of April at $13,730. That's all assuming no more capital addition, which might happen. If it so happens to be, then so be it. It'll just go even faster. That also assumes that we're only achieving 10%, no more and no less. But you can see we'll end up at $13,730 after 1 year's trading. Now you might say, well, that's not an awful lot after a year's work, albeit only starting with $1,000 and putting in a little bit of capital right at the beginning. It's not a lot for all of that work. Well, it is actually quite a lot, because 10% of that every month is $1,300. 10% of the $1,000 was only $100. The starting amount of $1,000, 10% was $100. Now 10% of the account is $1,373. Okay. Bear in mind, we're not taking any money out of the account. We're leaving it in to compound. And there have been some great traders and great investors over the past that have said that compounding is one of the best kept secrets of magnificent growth. There are all sorts of quotes about compounding, but it's the unsung hero of investment growth. It doesn't even come close in terms of impact to being a good trader or choosing the right currencies to trade or the right stocks or the right investments. Compounding beats them all hands down. And it's a very simple thing to do. Just leave your money in the account and keep on achieving reasonable results. Don't take it out. Reinvest it into the account. In other words, not actually reinvesting it, you're just leaving it there. But that's how compounding works. And you can see, if I plot this on a chart, it's an exponential parabolic curve. It doesn't go up in a straight line. It starts to increase more and more rapidly as time goes on. And you get this mathematical equational curve like an exponential curve or a parabolic curve, and that's the effect of profiting upon profit upon profit upon profit as months go along. Now, here's the exciting thing, as I was about to say before I got distracted, is that from May, after 1 year, to the next May, so only another 12 months, and again, assuming just 10%, no more, no less, leaving the money in, and assuming no more capital addition, at the end of the second year, we're at $47,401. And that's doing nothing apart from achieving a reasonable, actually a pretty decent trading return. Yes, 10% isn't easy. You've got to have trading skills. You've got to have discipline. You've got to have emotional control. You've got to have the right trading systems, the right approach to capital, all sorts of things in terms of your trading ability. But if you are trading reasonably well, you're achieving a decent profit, you're not adding any more capital, and you're still just using the money that you started, this little bit of money that you started with at the beginning. In this case, it'll be 24 months back in the past. We're already at $47,000, from $1,000 to $47,000. Yes, it's taken a bit of time, but now every 10% profit is not $100. It's $4,740 every single month. Now, this challenge is about reaching 100,000. When do you think we'll reach $100,000? Starting with that little $1,000, adding a little bit of capital right at the beginning, adding no more capital. I'm going to try and add some more capital in the next month or 2 or 3, just so we can kickstart this process. It won't be 24 or 28 months. If I put a little bit more capital in, it'll come down to 25 months, maybe 23 months. So that initial capital injection is really important, and also not taking any money out. It might be tempting for some people to take money out. Don't do that. So after 2 years, we're at 47,400, and look what happens. One more year, just one more year, and I haven't even carried on from here. We're at about $170,000. So that's exactly 3 years from the start, starting with 1,000, adding in a few bits and pieces here and there, a couple of thousand there. 2 months later, 1,000. I might put another 1,000 in, or maybe another 2,000 over this next month or 2 or 3. But that'll be that. There won't be any more capital addition. There won't be any need to. So after 3 years, we're now at 10% of 104. I haven't even put that in. I could just drag that down. Let's just do that while we're here. Well, there it is there. Hang on. I didn't mean to do that. This is what happens when you try and... So, so we'll be going... The target end will be 140. Let's just say it's a bit more than 150, but let's just say $150,000 after 3 years. Now, remember I said this challenge is to achieve $100,000 in roughly 2 years. Well, at this rate, and without any more capital addition, and at 10%, we'll have achieved $100,000 right here in December 2024. Over there, this one, December 2024. So that is 24 months, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So it's about 2 years and 8 months. However, if we add a little bit more capital in over the next month or two, maybe another $1,000, maybe another $2,000, just in the next month or 2 or 3, before the end of this calendar year, before December 2022, and we continue to achieve 10% or more, possibly more, I don't know. Just remember, bear that in mind. I don't know what's achievable over a longer period of time. I actually do know what's achievable, but I don't want to be too bullish on this whole thing. And I know that things can go wrong, and particularly as amounts increase in the account, there will be traders who start to panic or want to take money out or start to get nervous about trading larger amounts, start to make mistakes and that sort of thing. That can happen, sure. But if we carry on at the rate that we are, add a little bit more capital in over the next month or 2 or 3 before December, we will have achieved that $100,000 considerably earlier than this, was it 24 months plus 8, 32 months or something like that. 30, maybe 34 months we've got here. We'll probably have achieved it before the 2-year period is up. So that's my challenge, to beat this curve a little bit. Instead of getting it in January 25, I want to get it before May 2024. I want to be at $100,000. And then once you go on from there, well, the amounts start to become quite incredible. But you need to bear one thing in mind. As the account size grows, I'll begin to take less risk on the account and manage my risk in a different manner, because the amounts will be different and the risk in absolute dollar terms will be higher. So I will no longer be aiming for 10%. That might come down to 7% or 5% once we've got $100 or $200 or $300,000 in the bank as we progress. So that's the spreadsheet. There will be a lot of questions, things that I haven't explained properly, things that you don't understand, things that you'd like to ask about. You'll be wondering about how to trade this, what sort of trading systems are required, what approach I take to the markets, how I manage my account, which broker should be used. There'll be a million questions, I know that. And there are ways that you can have those questions answered. But I suggest just go to my website and keep an eye to the ground, and an eye to the ground, keep an ear to the ground, and see what I'm doing on Twitter and on my website and on YouTube. You can get a lot of information from that. It doesn't cost you a penny. If you really want to, you can join up as a member, as many have, and receive personal attention from myself, and also get my daily strategies for all the currencies, the stocks, the commodities, metals, etc., that I'm trading on a daily basis. But apart from all of that, there'll be loads of other questions, and I'd be happy to, wherever I can, to try and answer them for you. And I'll be making a video every week on all of this. But before we carry on, I want to take you across to some of the other things. I want to have a look at my actual trading account results. I want to show you the trading account, and that'll follow in this next section of the video, and you can have a look at more detail. So it's all very well having a theory like this that I've put in front of you, but I want to show you what's actually been achieved and how we go on from here. So if you go across to my website at ArcisFX.com, there's a little tab in the menu that says results, and you can go to this page and have a look. And it's possibly where you actually even found this video link, or you've been to this page already. This is the account balance that I'm talking about, that I've just been talking about prior to this in the video. So that's where we started at $1,000 in April 2022. This is taken from myfxbook.com. We're going to go across and have a look at that straight after this section of the video, so you can see where I get this information from, and I'll show you some of the figures on there, so you can just make sure for yourself and make it clear in your own mind that these are real numbers and it's a live trading account. So we started in April with $1,000, and that's where we are now, just shy of $6,000, and that's what I showed you on the spreadsheet just a few minutes ago in this video. So that's where we started. Now there are two lines on this chart. You can see, before I go with that, this is a track record verified. This slide is taken directly from myfxbook.com, and it's all verified. It's not open to public knowledge or public viewing, because it's my private account. So I trade my main account through Oanda, and then I've got this challenge account in Oanda as well. So the information is taken from Oanda and tracked in real time live on myfxbook. And there's a link over here. You can go and have a look at myfxbook.com. And if you're trading yourself, or if you're setting up a small account or even a large account, you can link it up to my FX book, and you can get all sorts of interesting information, not only about your own trading account and your statistics, and the statistics are incredible. You can find out which currency pairs you've done best at, which times of the day, which days of the week, what your overall profit is, what results for every single trade are. You can get these charts. You can have a full analysis of your own trading account. You can also get other things on there, like economic news announcements. You can communicate with other traders. You can it's a whole very sophisticated, but made for the retail average trader. So it's a fantastic bit of kit that you should add to your trading arsenal. You should do it, and you can go and sign up there anytime. There's the link, myfxbook.com. So this account is linked through myfxbook to my this live challenge account at Oranda, and these are real numbers from real trades on a real account with real money. So there's the beginning. As I said, that spreadsheet, I said I started a little later. That was over here in on May, I think that was May the 22nd. So it starts around here somewhere. But that's where the account began, or this challenge began. And you can see how the trades have progressed. Now, a couple of these, I think that was the $2,000 trade edition, capital edition that you saw in the spreadsheet just now. And I think that's 1,000, or maybe that one there is the 1,000. Yes, I think it's that one. One of these is. Can't remember which. Anyway, all the rest is profit. So a capital edition, it's either that one or the next one was the next capital edition. There's the initial amount of capital, $1,000, and that's the account balance as it's grown. And so the red line is the account balance, and this yellow line is the account equity, including positions that are open but are negative. So you can see over this period, for example, there were some trades, and notably a couple of the yen pairs, and if you've been following me, you will have known that some of these positions went against me a fair bit, but not too much overall, because I traded this judiciously and started getting into these trades with smaller amounts at the beginning, and then began to add higher amounts as the markets went against me, because I was pretty certain of that trade. So we had in the background, I suppose, not showing as a profit or a loss on the account, but in the equity, we had a dip over there and a small one over here. But that's all part of the trading strategy, which you can find out about as we go along through this process. But you can see overall this equity curve is very pleasing. So there are periods of just little bits and pieces of profit, some big trades that happen from time to time. There's one there, there's one there, there's one there. And then towards the end of July, we had a fantastic week or so of trading with lots of substantial days of profit. And we've gone from $1,000 to, well, just shy of $6,000. So we're at about 5,800 and whatever it was. I can't remember. You can look back in the video. I think it's just about 5,900, just shy of 6,000. So that's the effect of compounding. That's the effect of adding judiciously at the beginning at small amounts of capital. And I may add one or two more bits and pieces in as we progress through this month, but that'll probably be the last bit of it. But that's the overall curve. And this is what I'll be tracking as we go along. Now, what I'm going to do is go to my FX book, and I'm going to show you the profit curve for the same period. So you can, this is tracking balance, but I'm going to show you profit as well. And then I'm going to show you a few bits and pieces on my trading account. And then I'll finish off this video. So I'll speak to you on the other side of this pause. All right, so here we have my TradingView charts, for which I pay. I think it's $14 a month, and you can get, well, I mean, it's just fantastic. I've done a video on the TradingView charts already, so go and have a look for that on the channel. But this is really, really good stuff. It's incredibly good technology. It's very user-friendly, very useful, and incredibly helpful for my trading. And I can do all of my trading and see my charts all on one screen. So I can trade directly off these charts, and you can see it's linked to my live Oanda account. There it is there. There's the account number for complete transparency. There's the net asset value. There's my open profit and loss on the current trades that I'm in. I'll tell you what they are shortly. The margin used and the margin available. So I've used very little margin. I mean, just a few very small positions, as you can see. Euro long, CAD pound, pound CAD long, NASDAQ short, natural gas short, soybeans short. Okay, those are the trades I'm in. Mostly not currencies, actually. The only one I'm in is the euro. The rest are commodities and NASDAQ. So that's the account. There's the net asset. So if you add the open profit onto the net asset value, you get the account balance, which is 5,800 and something, which is what I showed you on the spreadsheet. I'm just showing you this quickly just to show you, sort of link in a little bit of how I trade. And I've got the charts for NASDAQ, gold, British pound, Canadian dollar, British pound, Canadian dollar, natural gas, soybeans, US dollar, yen. These are my main trading currencies: euro, pound, yen, US dollar, yen, pound, US dollar, euro, US dollar. And I can trade. You can see I've got a position in there. I've got a position on NASDAQ short, exactly from where we are at the moment, with a couple of orders above us. I've got a short position on natural gas, which is in the profit, and I've got a short position on soybeans, which is about break even. So I've got one right from the top and one from slightly down here, both short. So there you go. That's my account. That's what I'll be trading, and the strategies that I trade on this account, well, that's a whole new subject, really. What I'm trying to do is show you how this challenge is going to work. And just to let you know, I'm going to be updating this every single week. I'm going to be telling you what trades I've taken, what results I've achieved for that week, why I took those trades, and I'm going to show you the account balance and any other information related to it which you might find useful or helpful or just plain interesting, really. So that's what that's all about. And as I'm recording this, I'm sitting on my bed in this holiday house that you saw at the beginning of the video, which is literally from where I'm standing on that beach shot. The opening video to this, opening shot of this video, is right next to the house, which is just about on the beach. So I'm relaxing and recording this so that you can get an idea of this, how the strategy works to achieve $100,000 from $1,000. I think I've been through it in some detail to give you a good broad outline, but I'm just going to go across to TradingView very quickly to quickly end off this video, and you can have a look at what's going on there. And then please, if you've got any questions, anything that you need to know, anything you want to know about membership, anything you want to know about trading, I'm a pretty busy person, but I don't mind spending a few minutes every now and then to help someone out. So if you've got any questions, you can email me, you can DM me on any of those platforms. And in fact, I've even put my WhatsApp number on the website, so you can contact me personally, directly, and ask me anything you need about what we're doing here. So let's go across and have a look at TradingView, and then we'll be done with this video. It's just an introduction. It's not meant to explain everything to you, but it'll give you an idea of what's going on. And the details over the next months and, dare I say, couple of years, until we achieve that target or that goal or that challenge, details will slowly just dribble out, I suppose, and you'll just begin to build up a wealth of knowledge and information as this video series progresses. And I'm hoping it will be incredibly helpful and incredibly interesting for a lot of people interested in trading, or who already are traders, or who are struggling with their trading, or are just simply interested in getting into it. So without any further delay, let's go across to TradingView very quickly and then finish off this video. I'll pop it up on YouTube, and I look forward to meeting some of you along the way. That would be great. Let's go across to TradingView. Yeah, so before I go across to TradingView, let me take 60 seconds just to show you this. This is actually my Oanda trading platform. I use Zoanda for all my trading on this account. And you can see it's a live account. I've got 4 charts up on here. The market's not active because it's Saturday, so nothing's ticking over except for Bitcoin, but I don't have Bitcoin on this platform. I've got Bitcoin on another platform, Luno, but I don't day trade it. But you can see those are the instruments that I'm in, which I mentioned earlier. NASDAQ. That's a 5-minute chart on NASDAQ. Let me see if I can just switch this to an hour chart. And you can see all of these trades are slightly negative. There's the NASDAQ. So that's averaging 2 trades, one from right at the top here, one from somewhere around here, $29. And remember, this is almost a $6,000 account. So these are minuscule drawdowns at the moment. And I'm just building positions on these. And again, that's related to my trading strategy. But you can see I've got NASDAQ, natural gas, pound CAD, and soybeans. So only one currency pair. And I've got the euro, but the euro is just a little dibble-dabble at the moment. I've already taken most of my profit on the euro trades, which I did on Thursday and Friday. But I've got a little bit left in there just in case it goes a little bit further. But I've got NASDAQ, natural gas, pound CAD, and soybeans. That's what I'm in at the moment. You can see it's a live account. Nothing's moving. It's the weekend. If you're not sure about who to trade with, I'd highly recommend Oanda. They're very, 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 very good. And I've been trading with them for about 20 years. So if they haven't shown too many weaknesses over 20 years, I guess they'll carry on being pretty good for a while forward into the future. So, of course, that's not guaranteed either. Anyway, let's go on from here and quickly across to trading view, and then I'll get this off. Yeah, so here's the profit since May, early May. I think I started the spreadsheet on the 22nd. This is from the 24th. And this is actual profit, so this is not taking into account any capital added, but these are the profits over that period. And you can see we've had 1 or 2 losing days. There's a fairly sizable one there. I think it was about 5%, 3.9%, I think it was. And then a couple of half percent losing days in between, perhaps 0.5%. A few small winning days, and then this is towards the end of this month, and we had a really good one in at the end of June. So actually at the end of the months, there's the end of May, end of June, and end of July. So I don't know, maybe there's something in that. Yes, there is actually, because the markets tend to make adjustments towards the end of the month, and often in my favor when I've chosen positions. Sometimes they're a bit stubborn and I'm a little early on the positions. So that's the profits, and let me just show you the trades. So this is a record of the trades that I've taken during July, and I'll show you this to you. I'll show this to you quite often. So I've got some open trades over here. Those are some of the trades. It says 11, but some of those are bits that are added in at the same price. So sometimes I put in 1,000, then I wanted to put in 3 in the end, and I try to get in the other 2,000 at better prices. So instead of having 1 trade, I've got 3 trades on. Instead of 1 trade of 3,000, for example, or 1 trade of 10,000 or 20,000, I've got 3 different trades adding up to the same amount, all at slightly different prices. So sometimes if I get into a trade, I'll get in with a small amount. If it goes against me, instead of for me, I'll add in another amount and then even another one. So they all add up in the end to the original amount I wanted to put on at the start. Of course, if it goes off without me with just 1 piece in it, that's a problem. But there's a way around that. So, and these are the trades. So you can see these are all the pairs and currencies. So I've had pound CAD, NASDAQ, pound CAD, dollar yen. Quite a lot of trades on pound CAD. Actually, that's been a really good one for me. Euro, gold, and so on. There's a good one on dollar yen, and then there's a few other ones as we scroll down. There are quite a lot of trades taken during July. Lots of ins and outs. I think I took about 105 trades in total during July. But there's a reason for that. So there was some scalping involved during the New York session on the NASDAQ, quite a lot of that going on. But there you go. So these are some of the last trades of the day on the 28th. You can see all of these. Well, most of them took place on the 28th, and one or two on the 29th. And you can see mostly these were scalping trades, except for perhaps that one there. That was the last bit out of the dollar yen that I took that 1.25% on. But you can see mostly winning trades, a couple of very small losing trades. So that's the my FX book screen. And yeah, that's not much else to say about all of that. So we'll just finish this off. Yeah, so I'd highly recommend you get yourself some TradingView charts. You can actually get TradingView for free for an, I think, indefinite period of time. Where you can't get multiple charts on one screen. You can get one chart. I'm not sure if you can link it to your live account with the free trial, but it's worth having a go anyway. And that's how I've got mine set up. So, and if you link it to your Oanda live account, you really have the perfect trading platform and setup. And I think I've made a video or two on this subject about linking Oanda to TradingView. You can have a look through the rest of the videos on this channel. So that's the challenge. And now this video won't have answered all of your questions, not nearly, but it'll have given you an introduction into what I'm trying to achieve here through compounding, through trading carefully and consistently, through achieving just 10% per month, and through adding a little bit of extra capital if you can, right at the beginning of the challenge. After the first few months doesn't matter, because it won't make any difference, because your profit then will begin to take over more and more as your main income stream into the account, as you can see has already started to happen with my account. So anyway, please join us and follow along. Like I said, follow at Twitter. Not only follow me, hit the notification bell, do the same here on the YouTube channel, and go across to my website and subscribe to the mailing list, because there's a lot of useful and free information that I send to my mail list subscribers. I don't expect anything in return at all, just that you benefit from the information I send out, and also enjoy watching this challenge. So good luck. Keep your ear to the ground, not your eye this time, your ear, and follow me on all of these three mechanisms: Twitter, YouTube, mailing list. Once you get that all set up, you can follow this challenge right to the end. And if you're still around, and if I'm still around in 2 years' time, or even earlier, we'll be able to celebrate together, and perhaps you might have even started your own challenge yourself. So take care, and watch out for the next video.